News on the Modern Warfare front has been pretty quiet recently. Ever since Activision or Microsoft, whoever, decided to take legal action against leakers, it seems like a lot of the main leakers have either been too scared to post anything, or seems like Activision finally figured out where the leaks were coming from within their offices, and they turned that faucet off. Either way, there hasn't been a lot of talk about Modern Warfare recently, and that's a little bit weird given the fact the game is supposed to come out in less than 6 months, and Activision still hasn't even officially confirmed the title. But there has been some Call of Duty news recently, but it's mainly been about how Microsoft is handling the series on Game Pass going forward, and they also added Modern Warfare 2019 to the Game Pass. But as for actual Modern Warfare details, there hasn't been much until now. That's right. Call of Duty leak season is officially here. We've kicked off. We just got a huge leak for Modern Warfare 4. So let's see if Activision comes for me next, because we're going to talk about it. Of course, they're not going to come for me because I'm just talking about what's out there. It's all subjective. It's just talk. It's just speculation. Welcome to the channel, everybody. You asked me in the previous video to talk about Modern Warfare 4, give you an update. Well, this is a big one, but I also want to premise it with it's probably not true, but I want it to be true because it sounds really good and it's everything we want. But then I'll explain as we go. So this leak comes from Lynz, Lynnz on X, who has reported on leaks in the past. And from what I could tell, maybe they have some kind of insider information over at call offices. I don't know. There's a lot of other people out there that say there is nothing credible about this. So I want you guys to be aware. But the reason I want to showcase it isn't because I necessarily think it's true or confirmed or validated. I want to showcase it because if it were to be true, if this was the roadmap, if all these things were boxes that were checked by Infinity Ward for Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty would have a shot. Call of Duty could have a chance this fall. I truly, truly feel that way. So I kind of wanted to get your guys' kind of opinion on that as well. This isn't a leak that I am backing. This isn't a leak that I am saying, I believe this one's true. This is actually one that's probably not true, but I wish it was. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So on April 29th, they dropped a huge information bomb on both Modern Warfare 4 and Warzone. As far as I can tell, Activision didn't do anything about it. Maybe because it's a good leak. Also, maybe because it's completely false and they're not worried about it. And it could be because Activision's going to be revealing the game within a couple days or weeks. So maybe the leak won't be a leak for long if it wasn't. There's no telling. There's no telling, okay? But just let's go over it. According to Lynz, Modern Warfare 4 is being built on a brand new engine that's pulling elements from both Modern Warfare 2 2022 and Modern Warfare 3 2023. The gameplay will be somewhere in between the two games, meaning the pace will be much slower and more tactical than Modern Warfare 3, but faster and smoother than Modern Warfare 2. Slide canceling will allegedly return, but in a slower and more controlled form, which I assume is being done to prevent movement spamming. And the movement in general in Modern Warfare 4 is going to be focusing on smoothness, and Infinity Ward wants the game to be very grounded as opposed to the super fast pace of games like Modern Warfare 3 2023. I'm going to stop right there before we go on. A lot of people are saying, oh, he just put this in ChatGPT and got all the great hit list of what everybody wants and created this false leak. He could be right. Could be absolutely right, because so far, everything on here sounds like stuff we would want, right? So they could have definitely just fabricated this with all the great things that we would want. We would get on board with it, and we would want it to be real so bad that it would go viral. Now, let's keep going. So not as fast and crazy as Modern Warfare 3, but still faster and smoother than Modern Warfare 2. I'm on board with all that. It's way better than the initial leaks that said it was going to be a copy-paste of Modern Warfare 2. Those were a big bummer. Now, when it comes to Warzone, it looks like, according to the leak, that we would be looking at another relaunch of the game since Modern Warfare 4 is bringing a new engine with it, similar to how Modern Warfare 2 relaunched Warzone with Warzone 2.0. The leaks also say the current carry-forward system is going to be removed and replaced with something different. So operators, guns, cosmetics, progression items from previous games, they're not going to be in there. But then certain camos from previous games are going to be usable. It's kind of weird right there, right? So basically, I guess going to be another fresh start. But if you grinded for camos in previous games that you're really, really proud of, those specific camos, the proud ones, may carry over with you so you have something to show off. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really care. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be upset about having cosmetics wiped out again, but at least, maybe, if this were true, you had some digital showing of dedication, right? So, the leaks also say, this is a big one, the upcoming Call of Duty games are going to have a much cleaner and minimalistic UI. They're going to ditch a lot of the visual noise that's shown up in recent games. They want to go back to a more easily readable UI like the classic Call of Duty's had, which I would be on board for. I mean, overall, Modern Warfare 4 is reportedly trying to balance between classic tactical gameplay and more modern movement-based gameplay. And they want the whole thing to be super polished so it can set the standard for future Call of Duty games. So right there, everything we just talked about sounds like a who's list of things we want. If you go on X and you see the community and people talking and they post, you would garner and gather all of these things if you were creating a fake leak list that you want Modern Warfare 4 to be. Maybe you just throw it out there in the ether and you hope it's true and you speak it into existence and you manifest it, right? All of these points, most of us will shake our head and be like, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm down with that. That would be great. So that right there has a lot of people being like, this isn't true. They just put it in with all the wants of the community and had ChatGPT or AI generate this fabricated leak list. And that could very well be true. But the reason I'm talking about it and covering it, because I want all these things. All of these things, if they were true or it was reality, would get me really excited for Modern Warfare 4. So let's just for a second assume the leak is true. It's probably not, but let's assume. That would be a very good thing that Infinity Ward would apparently be understanding that Modern Warfare 2 was not a well-liked game. And it would seem like they were trying to make a game they were proud of while still giving the community what they want, which means they're going to have to compromise on some things like the super slow pace, the cluttered UI, all of those things, right? And then the Warzone reset, well, that's probably going to piss some people off, but at the end of the day, necessary. Warzone in the current state is a bit of a hot mess, and with how much of the player base has already quit, I don't think another reset is necessarily a bad idea, as long as Warzone 3.0 is a good experience. I mean, in case you forgot, Warzone 2.0 launched completely busted, had a ton of changes that people didn't like. So if Warzone 3.0 came out bug-free and the gameplay is solid, yeah, hold your breath, right? People would line up and be ready to go play it, and they would be okay with another reset. So yeah, I didn't cover this because I wanted you guys to think, or I wanted to insinuate that this leak could be true, because sometimes things definitely come off as too good to be true, and that's the vibe I get from this link from Lens. But I do like the points that were made in the leak, and I do like the things that we wish would happen, and they all seem to be compiled into this. It's like a best of the best. If they actually listened and did all these things, Modern Warfare 4 could be an enjoyable game for the foreseeable future. So maybe I'm trying to manifest it. Maybe I'm trying to put it out there in the universe and hope it comes back in this way and get it to be somewhat of a game that we all want and we all can enjoy. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Maybe you don't agree. Maybe you don't agree with any of these boxes checked off or these things that I've talked about. Maybe I'm completely wrong and you want completely different things for Modern Warfare 4. You guys can let me know in the comments as always. I read every single comment, and I appreciate all the love you guys show me on every single comment on every single day of this channel for the last 17 years. I'll see you soon.